नाईस कॉमेंट करू शकतो का मी? सॉरी. दाखवू शकतो. ऑडिओ आहे आपल्याकडे.
I would now request Dr. Babasaheb Suname, Vice Chairman, NIBM Pune chapter, to come over the stage for the presentation.
Oh, sure.
You're okay.
Yes,
He's there.
Good morning, all, and welcome to NIBM Pune chapter. Because since today you are part and parcel of our NIBM Pune chapter, and we congratulate your institute as well as student member for becoming a part of NIBM Pune chapter. I will just give a small brief about the NIBM because Dr. Meghna Madam and our chairman has already briefed all the activities and the purpose of the inaugurating this chapter, student chapter, and we have already seen our video for the activities of the NIBM Pune chapter for the last year, and you would have known by this time how we are working and how many activities we are running for the our result community as well as students. Yes, thank you. Basically, since you are now student members of our NIBM Pune chapter, I will give some brief idea about this code of ethics, vision, mission, then student chapter activities, membership, and all these things. Next, please. The NIBM basically is National Institute of Personnel Management. Shortly, we are now changing the names and the National Institute of People Management. The approval is in the approval stage, but we are now making as an NIBM as a National Institute of People Management. Is the only body all over India as professional managers engaged in the profession of HR, management, industry relations, labor welfare, and training and development. It came into existence. It came into existence on 15th of March 1980, and from that day, every year on 15th of March, we celebrate our Foundation Day. It is the result of merger of two professional bodies. That is, one is Institute of Personnel Management, that is IIPM, which was established in 1948 in Kolkata, and the National Institute of Labour Management, that is NILM, established in Mumbai in the year 1950. Mumbai, Bombay is now Mumbai. With a national office at Kolkata, and NIBM has a total membership of more than 12,000. I think today strength is more than 15,000, and we have total 54 chapters across the India. Code of ethics and others I will not explain you because we are short of time, and we can share this PPT also to your listed. This code of conduct is there. Our vision is basically to be the most valued organization of HR professionals in India and acclaim global opportunities to HR excellence. Our mission is to strive towards creating and sharing new knowledge and insights for business and people management. Then espousing global quality standards for people practitioners, promoting people development agenda, providing critical support and solutions to business, government and other stakeholders by leveraging own expertise through collaboration by networking. Our chairman has already mentioned many of the things from. There are so many regions and chapters. There are 5 basically regions are there: Western, then Eastern, Western, Central, Northern, and Southern. These are 5 regions, and in that 5 regions, there are 54 chapters. Next. There are 54 chapters, and like Pune, Mumbai, Aurangabad, Goa, then Ahmedabad, Vadodara, then Raigad, Thane, Pipri, Chinchwad, Nashik, and Surat. These are the from Western zone. We are in Western region. Right. This is about the membership details, because since you are already entered into this list, and here is about the subscription, about like member, corporate member, associate member, and then institutional membership fees are there mentioned. Another NIBM, we are also conducting few more activities like post-graduation diploma in personnel management, then people process quality certification, HR technical training, research and development, then corporate training and consulting, HR excellence awards, and short-term management development programs. These are additional activities of the NIBM. Right. Pune chapter is as mentioned by our chairman, it is a very vibrant chapter, and we have total number of members. This life members are 800 plus. 800 plus, and student membership are 22. Student membership are student chapters are 11. Now we would be, I think, 13 or 14. Student chapters is 200 plus membership, and then the research compendium we have published 10. Then special credit for this special credit goes to Dr. Santosh Bhavesar, and the tenure of current issue is 2 years, but this is our second term under the leadership of our chairman, Dr. Kalyan Pawar. Thank you. NIBM office is in Shivaji Nagar, Pune. As we have already seen, STUCOM we have conducted, you have already seen in the video what are the activities and the people gathered at the time of STUCOM 24. It was a great show. And some of the few activities we are conducting, like chairman has also mentioned, and it is also part of the video. So we are conducting so many activities. quiz center. Okay, that is important. We are also conducting quiz for the college students. That is at the level of the region as well as state, and then the quiz are conducted at the national level also. And every year from Pune chapter, many of the students and the colleges are participating in that. And this year also it was work. And the final, these winners are participating in the NATCON, which is generally held in the major cities. This time it was in Delhi. Right. These are our existing EC committee. Half of the members are already present here. Kalyan Pawar sir is chairman, myself is vice chairman. Then Dr. Ajit Thakur is the secretary. Then Dr. Prashant Sirsagar is additional secretary. Then Dr. Zope is our treasurer. Dr. Kirti ma'am is members. Then Satish Pawar is also there. Dr. Sudhar, Kandu Gaikwad, Prashant Mani, Pawan Sharma, Vaida Patan, Dr. Ila Pathak, then Prachi, and this other Patil is our ex-official. This is existing committee for 2 years now. This is our second term. We have got a lot of testimonials from these various students and other institutes, and this is part of our NIBM Pune chapter. Regarding student chapter, this again offering, I think I will not repeat because the chairman has already mentioned it, and you can take it after that also. So basically, major benefit to the students. Where do I plan my? It's always question to the students. Where do I plan my initial visit? Then you can approach to your college to the NIBM Pune chapter. Then next is how do I select and prepare the right project? That is also a big question. For that purpose, you require mentor and mentor as a guide, and we can provide you the help. And the NIBM will try to help the students as well as to work in various organizations. Then companies do not entertain, because companies do not entertain me as a project student, because they have to approach through someone, and for that purpose you require the mentorship, and you require the approach, and you require to understand the practical approach of the management, and this only achieved and this is possible because of the help of the student chapters and the members of our NIBM Pune chapter. So many benefits are there, it's already mentioned again. Membership already, I think you are now members. Those who are not taken the membership, they can now form the members. The student chapter office bearers, there could be a student chapter, then student chapter chairman, chairperson, secretary, treasurer, and members. They can be elected or selected from your college. You will also form a committee. I think it might be in the process. And term of the office, the SSC members is again this is 1 year, and they can be elected or re-elected after that. You can conduct a meeting, then you can have a general body, and again you can hold the meeting and special general meeting for as per requirement. This is the role and functions of the SSC that also can be shared with you. You can see it or require to. And one more thing, I just wanted to mention because as you have seen already the various activities and all these things of the NIBM Pune chapter. Last year, our Pune chapter was awarded as the second prize for the national level. Why we got second prize? Because it was for the chapters who are having membership of more than 500. So Pune is having already, you have seen already we have 800 members. And the first award goes to these our Karnataka national because all our national body is from Karnataka. So naturally they can be benefited out of that. But we did a lot of things as you already said, and really we are saying we are the first winner, and even next year also with the help of all these activities and research activities we are going to make it our. Thank you.
Now like to conclude the first half of today's event, for which I would like to call upon Dr. Lalit Pawar, Corporate Relations Manager, C Menu, to present word of thanks, post which we will continue with the panel discussion.
So good morning to all of you. So with immense pleasure, I put a vote of thanks for this inaugural session of NIPM chapter only. And we all know that these kind of activities, which is called as the industry academic collaboration, will definitely help us to grow in a different way because you all know we are an ascent stage. Okay, we are growing. So all these nutrients from all the sides which are coming together and giving us such a boost and even their life as a catalyst for expediting the process of making students employable for the next kind of companies which are coming up. And even these kind of platforms which are being provided to you because this was not the liberty at our times. You are now seeing from the last 2 weeks that we are organizing such a panel discussion sessions and even the inauguration of such kind of chapters, getting all the corporate and that too having the very high offices kind of people are coming to your college and sharing their wisdom and expertise. So my request to all of you to utilize these platforms for your sake of good. It will make you better person for getting maybe employable, but employability is a different thing, but it will definitely make you a good person, which can be uh, seen as for longer period. Okay, so you can contribute in that way. And I thank all the NIPM chapter personnel present here. Dr. Kalyan Pawar, Chairman Sir. Then we have Mr. Sonam Sir, Vice Chairman, Shushat Sir. Then we have the other members from the different committees. And also we have for the panel discussion 2 more guests invited, Ashish Shah Sir and even Chetan Bagul Sir. So I thank you all for coming here and giving your insight and what could be the student chapter mean to everyone. And definitely for the panel discussion, we are getting to, or we are waiting to hear you all. So thank you once again for coming here. I again thank you all the members who are working behind the curtain. We are actually working to make this program a very successful, even to management of Dr. Shushat Patil Group of Institution. Without whom support and motivation, nothing would be possible. Thank you all for making this event as a successful event. Thank you so much.
We'll just take a break of 5 minutes so that we can arrange the stage for panel discussion and we immediately begin with the stage. Just give us 5 minutes. Everybody, all the students are requested to be seated in the seminar hall itself. And all the students who are entering, please come inside.
झालं बंद कर
Introduction आणि मग सगळ्यांचं.
कल्याण सर पहिले.
I would just like to talk in brief about today's theme, and then I would also be telling about everybody's profile. Their profile is very rich, but today I'm going to tell you all in short, and then we'll start with the panel discussion. So today's theme for panel discussion is beyond degrees, skills, attitude, and adaptability for success. We live in a world where qualifications may open the door, but it is our skills, mindset, and adaptability to adapt that truly determine how far we go. Today, industries are transforming rapidly, technologies evolve, job roles shift, and expectations constantly change. In such a dynamic landscape, success is no longer defined only by what is written on our certificates, but how we think, learn, and respond to all the new challenges. Today's discussions bring together experts who have lived these realities, who understand that the future demands, and who can guide us how to prepare for it. I believe their insights will challenge our perspectives, encourage us to think differently, and inspire students to invest not just in academic excellence, but in overall development. Let us use this platform to learn, question, and reflect on what it truly takes to succeed in the modern world. You need to allow me now 5 to 7 minutes to read the profiles of all the dignitaries. And then we'll begin with the discussion. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our first panelist, Dr. Kalyan Pawar. A distinguished HR professional, hails from Ahmednagar district and holds a science degree. With over 38 years of rich industrial experience in human resource management and employee relations, he began his career in 1986 with Kinetic Industries Limited, a manufacturing giant. Over the years, he has worked with prominent national organizations like the Videocon Group, Tata Group, and the Minda Group. Currently, he serves as the Executive Vice President, Group Corporate Employee Relations at Endurance Group, an auto component manufacturing giant with 20 plants in India and 7 abroad, employing over 18,000 people. In this role, he oversees employee relations across all plants. He is also a strategic thinker known for developing innovations, HR policies, and practices that foster organizational growth, handle change management. His achievements have earned him prestigious awards such as Strategic HR Leader of the Year 2023. He is also the chairman of the NIBM Pune chapter and served on the National Award for the HR Best Practices Committee. In recognition of his exceptional career accomplishments and contribution to the development of the country, the Indian Achievers Forum recently granted him the Man of Excellence Award 2024. He has recently also been honored with professional doctorate by the Thames International University of France. And there are many more such achievements, but due to short time period, I cannot tell you all about him. Thank you so much, sir, for being there with us today. I would now like to introduce Ms. Prachi Somchal. Prachi ma'am is a seasoned HR leader who is passionate about driving change and creating inclusive workplace with a strong focus on talent development and fostering high-performance culture. As a recognized and acclaimed leader, she has received awards such as Top HR Leader by World HRD Congress 2023 and Best HR Professional by ASM Group 2020. Are You in the List Award by People's Matter 2013, and she always looks for new opportunities to make a positive impact wherever she is leading from the front. Interacting and spending time with college students who are the future of our country is a forte, and she likes to provide direction to them while they embark on the professional journey. And today, she is also the moderator for today's panel discussion. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us. I would now like to introduce Mr. Harshad Dighe. He is a seasoned HR professional with over 2 decades of experience across the manufacturing and IT industries. He has led talent acquisition and HR operations for some of the world's leading organizations, such as Immersion Automation Solutions, Honeywell, Tata Motors, and Infosys. Over the years, he has driven digital hiring transformations, championed AI-enabled recruitment systems, and built strong bridges between industry and academia. But beyond the titles and achievement, Mr. Harshad is truly passionate about helping young professionals make a smooth and confident transition from campus to corporate. He strongly believes that talent, when guided with purpose and preparation, can shape not just careers, but entire organization and its culture. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. I would now like to introduce Ms. Mukta Mukherjee, a strategic HR and organizational development leader with over 20 years of experience in engineering and automated manufacturing sectors. Her work focuses on aligning people strategy with business strategy, shaping high-performing cultures, and enabling leaders and organizations to grow sustainably. She currently serves as AGM HR at APAC DEI Council member at Schaeffler India, where she partners with business and regional leadership for the Bearings and Industrial Solutions Division. Her key focus area includes workforce planning, leadership, and development, and also M&A integration and driving employee engagement and cultural transformation across $380 million business. She also leads DEI initiatives for India and collaborates with APAC leadership to build inclusive workplaces. Prior to Schaeffler, she has led HR and L&D portfolios. Also, she has been into consultancy practices. Across all the roles, her passion has remained consistent, strengthening leadership, capability, enabling organizational growth, and creating workplaces where people feel empowered, valued, and inspired. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here. I would now like to introduce Mr. Ashish Shah. He is the Regional Head Academic Alliance Group, TCS Pune. Is a client-centric professional with over 26 years of industry experience in various roles like delivery manager, project manager, automation test lead, etc., achieving cost optimization through automation and modernization. He has led various transformation projects and initiatives in the past in different technologies, domains such as banking, telecom, online gaming, and many more. He has also given benefits to domestic and international clients. He carries with him good experience in building successful solutions benefiting end users. He brings with him the ability to build long-lasting relationships with clients and key stakeholders. He is proficient in working effectively with cross-functional teams and leadership teams. He has been the part of TCS Research and Development Team and is an alumni of PICT College, Pune, BE in Computer Science 97 batch. So it is our honor to have you with us today. I would now like to introduce Dr. Shiv Bahadurkar sir, Principal, Dr. DY Patil Technical Campus, Varale, Kerala. He has more than 32 years of experience in the field of teaching, research, planning, and development in the education sector. His motivation in teaching and learning with new technologies and his critical thinking is his forte. To have some key highlights, he is a life member of ICTE, fellow members of IETE, senior member of IST, SIT Singapore, Board and Academic Council member for various universities in Maharashtra. He has done international visits and contribution at various universities from Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Thailand, and many more. He has 150 plus paper publications in various reputed journals and conferences. He has 16 plus PhD students under which he is being guiding, and 9 candidates has been already awarded. He has also a great experience in handling various accreditation committees like ISO, NAC, NBA, NIRF, and AICTE. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. I would now like to introduce our next panelist, Mr. Chetan Wag. So he is a co-founder, chief executive officer, digital transformation leader with over 29 years of experience, specialized in spearheading strategies, initiatives by driving digital transformations and growth through solutions architecting and AI-led. His global experience spans through North America, UK, Europe, and the Middle East, where he has numerous digital transformations projects enhancing service delivery, GTM strategy, and productivity. He has been mentoring startups, incubators, and accelerators, providing strategic and technical guidance to drive through innovation and across manufacturing, automotive, wellness, telecom, maritime, healthcare, and e-commerce industries. He's been collaborating with government bodies to build smart manufacturing companies as well. He has recently established AI Studio Metal X Research and Innovation Lab at BRICS Goa, which is industry academia collaboration to democratize AI. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today. Thank you. So now I think we can start with the panel discussion. Over to you, Prachina, ma'am.
Thank you, Devika ma'am. That was a little elaborate, but I think for the students who are sitting here, it's important for you to know that all put together, we have 150 years of experience on the dais sitting here for you. And I can see that it's a Saturday morning, and I know that you guys are usually engaged on Saturdays, but for the next whatever 30, 40 minutes, we are going to engage in the conversations. I would request all of you to put your heart, eyes, ears on the stage, okay? Because this is all going to be for you. All the answers that these dignitaries are going to give are going to be like, I don't know how many of you follow Marathi, but fuller than expected. So you have to actually hold them, you have to make notes, you have to ensure that you carry them along with you, okay? So with that promise, then I get started with the esteemed panel on the dais. Thank you so much for your time and joining us here. It's a wonderful morning, and it can't be better that we are with the future of the country. So, yeah, so since the topic is all about skills and attitude, so let's dwell a little bit about skills, and I'm sure most of us, sir, I'll come to you later because the next one is exclusively for you. So we have been hiring skills and we have been hiring these young talent from the market. So what today, because this transition has happened, yesterday we were looking at something else, but today we are looking at some other skills. So what according to you are the top of the mind two skills that today are very, very important when you look at hiring this young talent from the market? So any one of you can start. There are mics on the stage.
Thanks to all of you. Thanks for inviting me as well and be part of this eminent panelist. So, starting with your one of the first questions, right? So, first things coming to my mind is there are two important aspects which you need to start learning from day one, right? Because you should be market ready from day one. Don't think that you are entering into college and then you have to just be part of a theoretical curriculum. So when I'm saying you need to be market ready from day one, because industry will not give you that kind of time to hone your skills, right? Once you enter into professional world. And this is a kind of a good learning ground for you. Playground for you. You utilize this, right, for 2 years, whether in MBAs or MCAs or engineering. So that is what we are highlighting at the industry. So first important part, you should be a good storytelling, right? That is something which you should learn in this AI world. Because that is the very important aspect. You should start learning, right? How to tell the story in front of clients, right? Because this is something which will take you to the next level immediately. And second important thing is that to think out of the box, right? Uh, these are the two things which comes in my mind that you need to start learning, right? Because nobody will come and tell you once you enter into the professional world. Right? So this is you consider this as your playground. You start learning the skills, right? By interacting with your friends, your teachers, or other colleagues also, or families who are coming here to address you whenever you get a chance to listen them. So these are the few things which I think very
Sure.
important.
Chetanji, thank you. Anyone else? Yeah.
Very good overview. And first of all, I will just thank the comments of inviting me to this event. Thank you so much. So going to your question, I just say, see, I just take it from a business background. And I think I was a delivery person. I used to take the resources given by my HR team to me, and we used to go for the deliveries. And rightly said, what are the challenges we face? There's a lot of challenges. Once you guys join us, we expect that you know the basics of it, right? The fundamentals. So, see, what we find is when we take you, we are not expecting you to know everything on day one, but we want you to know your basics. Whatever you have done, you should be clear about it. You should have a clear understanding of whatever you have done. It could be a very simple task. I'll tell you a very simple example. When we go for interviews, also we ask them like, explain your project. Okay, it's just expression from project or internship you have done. So people are not able to explain us the exact thing how a project was chosen. What was the reason? What is the benefit of that 6 months they have spent with the company? I tell you, see, today we have internship is a part of your curriculum, right? Everybody is bound to have 6 months internship. What is the output of it? Has anybody thought of it? See, the reason we want internship is that you don't have to wait for you to join the company, the project, and then start learning. You should come to know what is there, what are the processes done by the company, what are the ways the real problems are handled, how they are handled upfront. That's the way. But today I see most of the students, when we say we are ready to offer internship, I get very weird questions. You know, what are the questions I get? The first question, sir, how much time? The second question, sir, can I do it remotely? The third question, sir, will I get a job? But nobody has asked me a question which says, sir, what will I learn from this? What is the benefit I will have of this? Whether after 6 months, what are the technologies on which I will be working for 6 months with a mentor or with a project? And that is what we are expecting. Because if that is then, I think you are done. Because then you will be ready for the market. But without this, I think then the questions which you are asking, whether I get holidays, whether it will be 5 days, 6 days. So I think these are all byproducts. Your pipeline, everything is a byproduct. The focus should be whether I am ready for the industry and whether I will make the best use of these 6 months to see that what can I learn, what are the technologies are there, how I can make myself different once I go for an interview. So I think this is what you should focus on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Ashish. I think, Mukta, if you can share your.
Yes, thanks, Rajiv. A very good morning to all of you here. And before I proceed, I would like to thank the Shushat Patil group, NIBM Pune chapter, and Prachi Sonchak for inviting me for this program today. I would like to answer this question in terms of input and output. When I talk about input, I'm talking about curiosity. I think this is a very big skill, or rather a trait that each one of us should certainly have. You should keep your eyes and ears open, see what is going around you, and try to understand why. If you don't know the why of things, you cannot get to the how. So please be curious, try to learn as much as possible whenever you get into the industry. The other is output, that is communication. If you're not able to express your ideas, your thoughts, and whatever you are trying to tell somebody in words which they can understand and words that are very easy, it is of no use. You may be having fantastic ideas in your head, but if you cannot bring them out to the person in front of you, it is of no use. So I would say curiosity and communication are two of the most important traits in today's world and will always remain so in the future as well.
Thanks, Mukta. Harshad, you would like to add your.
Thank you so much. Um, Thank you, college, for inviting and arranging this session. Thank you all the NIBM members and NIBM Pune chapter. Thanks, Prachi, for this invitation. So, if you ask me about the skills, it's been more than 2 decades. I've been visiting campuses and hiring candidates. What I have seen is that the the score or the marks have increased, but the level of knowledge has gone down. Okay, and I think that is something that each and every organization is probably looking in for. Do not run behind marks. Think about whatever I've learned, how much I'm able to retain, how much I'm able to apply into my day-to-day life. Okay. Second thing is like I mentioned that work on your communication, work on your presentation skills. Okay. So when I say presentation skills, it starts right from your grooming up to the entering the office, and then keep your eyes and ears open. Understand what is happening around you. Okay. Understand that whatever is expected from me, why is that expected? What is the actual demand? So look and learn at a bigger picture. Get into this habit of seeing a bigger picture. Okay, so I think these are one or two skill sets that are required for anybody to succeed, be it at the entry level or be it at the leadership level. Okay, so I think this I feel are the two skills.
Thank you, Harshad. I'll start with the next question, Kalyanji, for you, because I think that's more relevant in terms of the difference between skills and attitude. While we all set our expectations and students, you all heard what is it that you require. What do you think? Is it more of skill or more of attitude today that we are looking at as a gap? And if it is skill, what would it be one skill? And if it is attitude, what according to you is missing link?
Yeah, basically, sometimes these two words are mixed. Sometimes they are separated, so it is always thin line between these two words, I can say. But for me, I think attitude is very, very important. Okay, skills can be brought in, can be taught, or can be developed. But the attitude which is there, which is changing the attitude or say making modification in the attitude is a big task. It's not that easy. And that's the reason when I am conducting the interviews for any level, maybe fresher, maybe even for the general manager level, I focus on the attitude. Because I know if the person is having a great attitude, then probably other part which may be some gaps are there in terms of skills, in terms of some knowledge, that can be filled in. But then the attitude itself is not correct. If it is wrong attitude or negative attitude kind of a thing, then it will be very, very challenging to correct that. And that's the reason when you are a student, when you are in the institutes, when you are going through your curriculum, and when you are developing yourself, I think you need to focus more on your attitude. And you should give it a positive attitude. That is very, very important. If your attitude is positive, many things can be managed, things can be changed. I know there are certain, what do you call them, as factors which probably are not in your favor. Maybe some of the students coming from rural background and they are not very fluent in English, probably they are lacking in some kind of a confidence level, they may not be having a good communication skill or presentation skill. So these things can be developed over the period. But then if you have the right frame of your attitude, you have a right mindset frame, then probably other things can be developed, other things can be put in place. And that's what I strongly believe that right attitude is very, very important.
Yeah, thank you, Kalyanji. I think that's a biggest takeaway in terms of having the right positive approach. And I'll come to Chetanji, since among all of us, I think you've seen the world the most with your introduction. So, how do you look at this angle now? What sir mentioned about the fluctuations in attitude, and how, according to you, would be one solution to address this? Because it's inherent, you can't change it. So,
as I earlier said, and my fellow panelists also mentioned that, right, from day one, you should start learning the things, what industry is required. Uh, Obviously, things are moving towards a globalization, right? So there is nothing specific centric to the country perspective nowadays, because earlier the days are gone where we used to say only IT people used to travel and then interact with the global communities or uh, other cultures, right? But nowadays, manufacturing, automotive, any other segment, right? You take it. Uh, so they are interacting with uh, the multiple cultures across the world, I think. So important, as Sir rightly mentioned, attitude should be there. And then I think as a student, you should start understanding the culture of other countries as well, because that is where you need to understand how you are going to uh, communicate with each other. Because nowadays, most of the people are working remotely, right? Because the remote communication is very difficult sometimes. Uh, you can handle in-person communication, right? But the remote communication that people are sitting in North America, the Europe, and then in UK, because I face this kind of cultural differences when I used to go to the meetings, right, between my various teams spread across globe. You need to understand uh, their culture a little bit, how they are responding, because the way they respond sometimes you you may not able to understand being studied in an Indian society, right? So you need to understand those cultural nuances as well, because the difference, what I understood while working with these various countries, right? Uh, People are efficient, but then there are little bit cultural backgrounds where which they hold it while communicating as well. So you need to understand how you are collaborating and communicating with uh, the global culture, because the important is to become a global citizen nowadays, right? So that is something which I think college also need to help students to understand how the work culture is changing, right? Because I know maybe Mukta can highlight that from the HR perspective, or other panelists, right? Mr. He can highlight from the talent perspective also. But these are the challenges, because as you rightly mentioned that when the new entrants come into the company, nowadays company can't wait you to train for 6 months, right? They don't have enough time. Why don't have enough time? Because supply chain is moving to India now, right, from China. There is a lot of pressure coming onto the industry sector, and then everybody needs a trained manpower, right? Who can work from day one, who can communicate across globe, right? So that is the need of the hour. So I think important is that you should hone your skill, right? How to communicate between the communities, right? That is also important. Bring that human touch, empathy, right? These are the things which are now very eminent across globe, right? Don't think from the Indian perspective that, okay, one day I just wanted to work for an Indian company. No, those days are gone. So you will have to understand all these nitty-gritties while working into global environment. So start learning all these skills.
Sure, Chetan ji, thank you. And I see Ashish nodding a lot. I'll come to you. I'll come to you in terms of what they exactly need to do this. But before that, I'll come to Harshad, you. And I know you from past, so I'll take the liberty to go a little deep dive into this. And we spoke about rural aspect. You remember Bilanji said that even if your background doesn't matter, irrespective of your background, the attitude matters. And I know Harshad, you have had a wonderful roller coaster ride in terms of the career, and I've seen you are closely for past 20 years. So why don't you, tell us some, quick tips for them in terms of how to overcome this? Allow me to say the kind of load that they carry, with this what they are around.
Well,
Yeah, so maybe that.
yeah, sure. Thank you so much. I think that's a very interesting question, and you nailed it right very nearly. And see, one thing in terms of attitude, in fact, there are two things that I would like to say. First is being honest. Okay, I think honesty is the best policy. Second thing is taking the ownership of whatever you have done, whether it is good, bad, activity that have happened in your life. And talking to last year's instance, was I was talking to a girl and I asked her, "Oh, you scored so well. What?" And she was like, "Yeah, I did this. This was the project. This is what." And I told her, "Well, starting at 58%. What happened here?" "No, the light went off. No, actually, the relative was at the. No, he what?" So, understood. So, what happens? Success has many relatives, failures have none. And this is exactly what is not expected. Instead of that, she would have said that, "Yeah, I did not stop. I own it up." That was her honesty. And at the same time, the attitude of having that ownership that I own it, whether it is my success or whether it is my failure. So I think these two things at any level, across any organization, is respected. You may not have quick wins when you're honest, but in the long run, you will definitely have the role or the success.
I think the example has hit hard, right? I mean, I'm sure you are sitting here and I will not disclose my 12th marks, but I just, look back and I say, okay, what reasons did I give? But yes, I mean, sometimes I'm sure all of you would have this roller coaster ride. And what important messages you need to own it up.
But
You need to know.
that you just interrupt
Yeah.
here, right? I'm now in a startup, right? We are not bothering about marks now. We are
Yeah.
not bothering about the
No.
graduation degrees, right? The people who are working with me here, guys, I'm more uh, focusing on the youngsters, right? Whether they are 12 pass or they are entering into graduation, first year, second year. And what I observed, what I understood, they are really good. They are really good. So my being in a startup, our focus is young minds, right? Like you. So don't bother about marks and those kind of stuff, right? Yeah, it is important. Degree is important, right? I'm not saying because you will learn a lot of things while learning in this kind of institutes, but then don't focus much on the getting that kind of score, right? Focus on the skills.
Yeah, I mean, all said and done, your parents wouldn't agree to Chetanji. They would want you to top it all, but you can always understand in a given class, given batch, there are not 10 toppers, right? There's one topper, but does that mean that it's best of all? No, right? You all are best in something or the other. And coming to Ashish Ji, I'm anyways coming to you. So, so Chetanji was talking about the fact that you have to have awareness, you have to start learning early on, and you have to have a holistic global perspective. I think you have done a lot of work in this space, and why don't you give some suggestions to the students that how, because we can't rely heavily on the colleges, they have a lot to do for the students. So there has to be some of these quick tips that they can do on their own. So why don't you give them some such suggestions which they can, kind of use in from today? This is something which you can immediately start from today and use it. It will help them improve the overall awareness and the skills that Chaitanya was talking.
So just what Ketan said and what he said. Just see what he said is like he's looking for young people who are the marks not important. But I'll still say being a TCS and being a TCS for 20 years, we have some executive criteria. So even if a grade we require a 60% minimum will be 10 good. So that's one thing I need to tell you. So that's what the way we work currently. Maybe a year or 2 years down the line, things might change. We're also changing those things. Now coming to the two things or a few things which you should start doing right now. So when Chetanji said like about the global things, right? Like you should get global citizen, you should understand it. So I think there's one thing you should start doing the correct things. Why don't you start learning a new language, a foreign language? That's an add-on. See, today we have technical skills, we speak about soft skills. This is a good skill. You start learning a Japanese language. Today we have clients, Japanese clients, we have German clients, everybody. And if you say we have a person, he is not good technically, or he is not a perfect in that domain you're expecting, but he has a word on the knowledge, on the language. Boss, he's taken up. That's add-on thing. So that's one thing you can start with right now. Go for some solutions. You have random solutions. You have some SAP. There are any number of solutions for it. So just go for it. Yeah, equally. See, you can do it. You can start. You don't have to wait for somebody to come and tell you. So there are a number of platforms available today. Register yourself. And there are some things like we have lots of competitions. We have hackathons. We have the smart interactive going on currently. we have some relatively TCS as hackers for cyber security business, which is currently live. Why don't you register? Go register, go and see what are your skills, where you're lacking. And if you're lacking, see how can you improve. So there are many other things currently available in market which might not be a part of your curriculum. Somebody will not come and tell you do this, but if you are even you can just go and speak, this is what I am interested. I'm interested in this is a CSP thing. Yeah, like this. I'm actually going there for beta. There are a lot of such competitions and lot of such avenues open for you. You can do it.
Wonderful, great. Three areas you touched upon: foreign language certifications and participating in competitions.
The other thing is just one more.
Yeah.
See, I see currently we were getting a lot of colleges. When we asked the college people to help us out for the registration, I see people registering just because we approach the placement dean officers or we speak with the principals, we speak with the things. We have people who are registering. But I don't see people actually going and appearing for the exam. The English is the crowd. I see a crowd of 10,000 have registered. But when I see people who have actually appeared for the exam, it's less than 100. That's a scenario which is not good. Because if whatever is happening, even if the college is asking you to do something, we are asking you to do something, it is for your benefit. It's your career, they are trying to guide you and help you. So if you're registering just for the sake of doing it, it's not good either.
Yeah, so yeah, that's important. So let us hear from Mukta, her perspective on this aspect, because I'm sure you have a lot to add.
I look at it from BC and AD, where BC I mean before ChatGPT and AD is after DeepSeek. So I belong to the before ChatGPT generation. I see kids nowadays focus a lot upon these AI tools like ChatGPT and Gemini to get answers to their questions, prepare for the exams, or for any kind of curiosity that they may have. Well, it's a lovely tool. I'm not against it at all, and it does help certainly. But there should not be a dependability on it. Students need to know their subject well, study through books, through literature that is available to you, or even through the internet, whatever material you can get your hands on. Know your subject very well. Because ChatGPT might help you to prepare your journals and get marks in the examinations. But when you get into the real world and to the industry or the corporate world, the knowledge that you have of your subject area is what is going to get you ahead in life. ChatGPT will help you later on. Maybe.
I think that's important because it was going to come eventually on the dais, I knew. I think now let's look at what colleges now we heard what are the gaps and what should be there. Now, sir, we would like to hear from you. What investment colleges are doing in this space to improve the skills and attitude of students and make them quick future ready? And I'll also ask this question to a few dignitaries who are sitting here, so please be ready to answer.
Since the colleges, what kind of preparations we are doing? Now we are entering in the new education policy. Earlier it was a non-NEP. Now we are entering the first challenge for the college is the non-NEP to NEP. Okay. So what preparations we have done? I am from engineering background. Normally we know that there are very less jobs in IT sector, computer, then the mechanicals. So what we have done as far as engineering is concerned, we have added some elective courses from management. So I think it was because we want that our student, English student, should go for the supply chain management, logistics, in other domains also. That's why we have added some elective courses for management, isn't it? From all second year, third year, final. So that this is the one thing. And for engineering, there are challenges that who is going to taught these subjects, isn't it? So we are hired, we are inviting the good person from the management. This is one thing. At the same time, what management people has to do, those who are taking the management study. So you should learn some of the skills, some of the subjects from engineering also. That is expected. Number of AI tools are there. So at least you can have learn some AI tools. Isn't it? As like one of the members said there, certification. Certifications are very important. When you are say sitting in front of the HR or in front of the what you call the placement, they are asking the what kind of certifications you are doing. Isn't it? So that is very much important. So the certifications and most of the colleges are ready. they are also spending some amount for certification also that you can do. So normally it is told that you will not get a second chance to make a first impression. And if you do the first impression good, you will get a number of chances. So out of this conclusion, then you should have a good communication skill. Isn't it? Your attires are important. Honesty, isn't it? And also the attitude. ऍटिट्यूड काही आपण दुकानातून विकत घेऊ शकत नाही. स्किल जरी आपण एखाद्या वर्षामध्ये डेव्हलप करतो पण ऍटिट्यूड हा आपल्याला बिल्ड करायला लागतो थ्रू एक्सपिरियन्स असतो. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स अँड ऑल्सो व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट अबाउट ॲज फार एज द चॅलेंजेस एनईटी मध्ये काय की नॉर्मली आम्ही असं म्हणतो की इट्स अ होलिस्टिक डेव्हलपमेंट ऑफ द स्टुडंट्स. As per a very simple definition or simple things about the NEP is that for engineering, normally it was on 4 year or 160 credit, all core subjects were teaching. But at the NEP मध्ये आम्ही काय करतो की त्याच्यामध्ये 30-40% एक्स्ट्रा करिक्युलर ऍक्टिव्हिटीज ज्या होत्या ज्यांना टेस्ट होत्या त्या आम्ही आता घ्यायला लागलो, त्याला टेस्ट द्यायला लागलो, मुलं सिरियसली करायला लागले. म्हणजे ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह काय की माझा इंजिनिअरिंगचा विद्यार्थी समजा त्याला इंजिनिअरिंगचा जॉब नाही मिळाला कमीत कमी त्याला म्युझिशियनचा जॉब मिळाला पाहिजे, त्याला पियानो मोबाईल वाजू शकतात एखाद्या तो जॉब त्याला कमी मिळाला पाहिजे. But these are the things we are doing as far as the university curriculum is concerned. Multi-dimension, multi-domain is very important to get a good job. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think we have Dr. Vidal here, and I would like to hear from you also, ma'am, because you represent a different college. So, what is it that you do differently in your college? And then I'll ask Satish ji and Pawan ji also to add 1 or 2 points.
Thank you, Prachi, for giving me this opportunity. I'll just tell you that I have interacted with more than 5,000 students. And it is not in the college only, but starting from school level. You know, I love teaching maths to class 4 onwards to 7th standard. So there is a very different concept here that if you see the topic here, students, if you see the topic, skills, attitude, and adaptability. So attitude and adaptability make skill. It's nothing all separate. And these skills are called soft skills. Okay. So now if you see in our curriculum, we put soft skills separately. Hard skills, of course, your core domain that you will have. And for that, you have to change your attitude and adaptability. And I'll tell you one story, which was recently I just witnessed, and it will help you to understand. Apart from that skills, you know, we have hard skills which you have to do it. But with this, under the soft skill category, what sir has said that foreign language, also local languages, you know, since India is such a huge market coming up, you know, if it's about China now, so you see India itself is such a big, one of the biggest economy in the world. So local language, foreign languages, and of course, whatever our dignitaries have mentioned, that is always included. But I would say attitude and adaptability are one of the important soft skills that you have to learn. You know, when we grow, you know, we feel so much of things. I'll tell you one small story. If you can give me, ma'am, 2 minutes time. Yeah. So recently I was in one of the very big place where, you know, students were registering for their, you know, convocation. And I saw one student coming and he was trying something with the mobile for registration. There was one QR code and he was trying to register. I said, पता नहीं ये लड़का यहाँ भी मोबाइल ही यूज कर रहा है. You know, this is the trend that we all have कि बच्चे की आँख मोबाइल से हटती ही नहीं है. This is another point for all of us. So I being the director for that point, so I went and I wanted to ask him कि क्या हो रहा है बेटा, पहले register तो कर लो, इतनी बड़ी लंबी लाइन लगी हुई है. So one of the person who knew what he's doing, he said, "मैम उसको टच मत करना, उसके बहुत एटीट्यूड है, उसको करने देना काम." I said, okay, okay. Then I started observing. You know, again, one more point. Observation has a very big power to it, gives you to. So I started observing. In 1 minute, I was astonished to witness, you know, sir, what he was doing. He was using an app to register because he had complete loss of vision. He was a blind child. But he registered himself. With the QR code, he had a mobile app. उस मोबाइल ऐप के थ्रू उसने रजिस्टर किया. जितना ही टाइम लगा उसने किया और मैंने उसकी फोटो क्लिक की. Story does not end here. At the time of convocation, he was one of the toppers.
And then, again, the story was not end here. I came to know that when he was recruited by one of the very renowned company, we talk about MNC, उनके अपने पैमाने होते हैं, उनके अपने measurements होते हैं, आप लोग भी सब HR में हो. So you know what happened? He said that he was rejected once they came to know that he was a blind child. I will not use that word, but still I have to. So he was a blind child and he was rejected. This child, so-called attitude, did not stop there. He wrote a nice letter to the child head of that company because he got selected. Only the point that was not, clicked was that he was a blind child. And he wrote a nice letter that all those big company ne bola, he's sorry because they didn't have that much of infrastructure to accommodate wherein they were right in one sense, and he was rejected. He didn't stop, and now he's again with one of a very good company. So, but he wrote a letter over there. Okay, so this is all about attitude. You should have positive attitude, and for that positive attitude, you should have true adaptability to the situation. What we do normally, we don't give time. So, बच्चे सही जगह पे सही time दो. And concentrate on interdisciplinary aspects also. If you're a BTech, this is my suggestion after seeing a lot of students. If you're a BTech CSC student, think of finance, study on finance. अगर आपको finance पता है, तो आप और अच्छी आप बना सकते हो. Okay, so interdisciplinary and soft skills are your things which makes you different from the other students, and it will help you compete. Yeah, thank you, Ila ma'am. I think that story was quite heartening, right? Satishji or Pavanji, would you like to add a point to this? What are the best practices witnessed today?
Yeah, thank you. If you see the employability index across India, it is around 55%. And only 55% graduates from management, engineering, or traditional streams are eligible to take place in industries. And that is a very sincere part everyone should take. Unfortunately, in India, the academic achievement is judged or measured by academic records only. At the end of the day, your degree will not give you a job, but your skill does. So we expect the initiatives from all stakeholders, parents, students, academia, and industry to address this skill gap. Both state government as well as central government has taken many initiatives. Again, academia also taking initiatives to bridge this gap. But at the end of the day, apart from what Ashish sir said, the academic marks 60% rana hai, TCS mein jana hai. Everybody will not get a job in good organization. We should focus on MSME also. They are struggling. With the right candidates. We will talk about employment in India. Apart from agriculture and construction, MSME is the largest employment generation sector in the India. So unfortunately, what happens? जब आशीष सर बात कर रहे थे अबाउट द इंटर्नशिप की क्या लर्निंग के लिए मिल रहा है, तो सेम क्वेश्चन आस्क्ड बाय द कैंडिडेट टू द टीपीओस में कौन सी कंपनी में जॉब मिलेगा, कहाँ मिलेगा. दे आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट कि भाई इनिशियल बेस में हमें क्या लर्निंग मिलेगा. एंड इफ यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग से 5 डिजिट सैलरी, तो आप रिटर्न में क्या देने वाले हो. दैट वी नीड टू थिंक एट द एंड ऑफ दिस. थैंक यू.
Thank you. I think this is coming second time, and I would like to reiterate it for the benefit of kids. It's important that you ask the right questions at the right function, and that learning agility has to be there in terms of सीखने को क्या मिलेगा, rather than anything else. Also, the market is open. It's not the big tents that you have to necessarily join. You will join them. Many of us have seen various companies in our careers, and it not always happens this way. So you have to be open to. There are so many companies who are operating successfully. They are running well, right? They are doing business. They are going globally. Chetanji mentioned so many companies are going globally. So I think it's open. It's important that we keep it open that way. Now coming to the success mantra, this is almost my last question. So in terms of the dignitaries on the dais, I'm sure something has helped you reach here. So what is your success mantra? And in that success mantra itself, I would request you to give that one takeaway for the students. What is it that they can take as, take back home, return gift? So we would like to know your success mantra. What has brought you till here? So anyone can start. Anyone?
Yeah. Okay, so I think the final question, so I just give the answer. See, for me, I started my career 25 years plus back. I started with VLSI. I moved on a gaming platform which I did everything. Then I moved to a banking domain. I moved to a telecom domain. This is of the big ones. छोटा तो मैं भी बता ही नहीं रहा हूँ. See, the only thing is I kept on learning. I never said no to anything. I was told there's an opportunity. Ashish, are you ready to take this up? I said, if given a chance, I'm happy to do it. I'll learn. I'll give my best. And today, after putting 25 plus in delivery, I was told that there's an opportunity in HR, in this academic balance group. Will you be a part of this HR because you have a good business experience? We want to use this where you can work with the academic people and bring some value which you face as problems when you were a business leader. I said, fine, I'll take this up. So, girls, I'm learning. I've taken this role just a few months back. I was a hardcore business person, just looking into a different set of criteria. Now I'm a completely different set of criteria where I need to interact with the students, see how I can, whatever issues I've faced as a delivery guy, when you used to come to us for projects, I'm trying to see how I can see that my delivery people who are sitting there in my business units in this corporate or other corporates don't face, how I can bridge this gap. And that's what I'm learning. I'm learning with you also. So I think keep learning. There's nothing else than that. Keep learning.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashish. Yes.
I think success mantra, I think, is a term which will vary from person to person. It cannot be common. If I have to give a message from my side as a success mantra, I'll say we'll have to be really working hard. Hard working, there is no option to hard working. That's what my way of looking at the things. If you are having ability to work hard, if you are adaptable to the situation, and if you are having a learning attitude, I think success will be definitely there. So please keep focus and be focused for your targets. You should be keeping something in mind. Today you are the student, probably. So keep some target for you, maybe short-term target, long-term target. Short-term target for you, maybe you want to get good marks in exams and like that. This is an example. I'm not giving a common target as such, but then just an example. So this can be a short-term target or small target. But in long term, what do you want to be? Which is your area of interest? So please identify your area of interest and focus on that. Fortunately, you are in the era of internet where a lot of learning platforms are available, which were not there in our generation when we were a student like you. And then when we were largely dependent on what is being taught in the colleges or what are the literature which are available, maybe in the forms of books or some kind of a inputs which we are getting from colleagues, friends, or to some extent industry as well. But fortunately, you are in such an era where enough platforms are available, a lot of knowledge you can get through various platforms, but for that you need to have your learning attitude. Unfortunately, what is happening nowadays, these platforms, especially social media, we people are busy 24/7 in making reels, watching reels, and spending time on that. So instead of that, if we focus in our goals, in our targets, and learn something for that, then that will help you, and nobody will prevent you in achieving your success. So let us focus on the targets. Let us keep an attitude of working hard, and let us keep an attitude of learning. If you do that, probably success is yours.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think well put, Kailash.
Prachi, I would like to tell you something that happened to me when I was a management trainee. I was almost your age at that time. And one of my early bosses told me, go and draft an appointment letter. So I prepared a very nice appointment letter and took it to him. He looked at it, tore it, threw it away. I asked what happened. So he told me you missed a comma here. You didn't put a full stop there, and the grammar was wrong somewhere there. I typed that letter almost 18 times till he said, okay, now this is perfect, and he signed it. That day I learned attention to detail and persistence. These are two things that have stuck with me. I criticized him so much that day and I was so frustrated that this man is probably going to make me leave, or either he'll ask me or I'll put on my own. I can't do this all my life. But I thank him today that because of him, these are two of the most important traits that have stuck, and I think they have made me succeed in all of the tasks or any kind of work that I've taken so far. Be it the latest merger and acquisition that I was involved in. People would miss out very simple things, but those details mean so much in the long run. So I feel these two things are very important in your life as a student and even when you step into the industry. Um, Please do see to it that you don't give up, no matter how challenging things are for you, no matter how hard the road gets. Keep at it.
Thank you. I think you picked one of my favorite, perseverance. I think that's given. Yeah, Chaitanya.
So few important things you need to keep it in mind, right? If, when you are about to enter into professional world. So thought thought leadership is new concept nowadays, right? Globally. So you should start thinking like a leadership. You develop that capabilities. Think like an entrepreneur, right? Whatever, wherever, whatever situation you are addressing, think like an entrepreneur or consultant, be it a service or be it a organization or your own startup or your own business, right? That is something I learned after spending 29 years in industry, right? So because our mindset is service mindset. India mindset is service mindset. Don't take that approach. That is my humble request to all of you. Second important part is networking, right? Meet people, right? Outside your friend circle, outside your relatives, right? Try to attend events, expand your network, not in India, globally also as well, because you are connected to the social media. Try to socialize with uh, the outside world, right? Don't hesitate to reach out to the people who are residing in Europe or in US or in Africa. It will help you, right? That is very important aspect. And third important, keep yourself fit, right? Because that is what we need as India. Right? Uh, because now the things are changing. Gen Z and a lot of people, we are moving into that direction, right? In a startup, we think that we need to keep ourselves fit and flexible because startup has to make changes every day in their business operations. They don't have luxury like TCS or Emerson, and we can't afford to have that kind of luxury, right? So that is something which you need to keep in mind. And last but not the least, risk in yourself, right? Don't hesitate to risk it. Things are changing very fast. Otherwise, you will become isolated in the world. So that is the few important things which I would like to highlight.
Thank you, Chetanji. While we move to sir, one disclaimer I would like to put here. As far as I have seen entrepreneurs like you and Mr. Onskar, who I saw in the photo is a good friend, they have a different chemistry, okay? They are of different make. I mean, risk-taking ability is something which is like birthright. So you need to assess and deep dive within yourself. Like Kalyanji said, what are my targets? Is my target to become an entrepreneur? Then the go-to person is Chetanji. Then you definitely put an invite to him on LinkedIn. Definitely. But ask yourself first. Don't just flow with the flow or follow because my friend is doing this. Okay, let me try. Ask yourself deep within. What am I good at? What is my strength? And try to work with the strengths. I think that will help. So, Chetanji, with your permission, I just thought I should give them open invitation for the.
You are because that is what is important. You shouldn't be introvert, right? See, म्हणजे आपण म्हणतो ना की लहानपणापासून मी पण इंट्रोवर्टच होतो, right? But then things I learned myself, no, this is not going to work for me, right? If I want to sustain in the industry, I need to grow, right? You will have to be, you will have to socialize with other people as well, right? Don't hesitate to reach out to any of us, right? Don't think कि अच्छा ये तो बहुत सीनियर है हम कैसे reach out करेंगे ऐसा कुछ नहीं है आज की आज का जो सिनेरियो है even I told you right a lot of my employees are very young right they are average 20 22 but I find them very good agile right because those guys are giving me agile the thought process right the creative thinking which they bring to the table it gives me it helps me as well right being the entrepreneur me ऐसा सोचना चाहिए मैंने so that is something which you guys are carrying with yourself as a new generation. And obviously, girls are doing good. I must compliment because in my team also, a lot of girls, and they are good. They are very focused. They do their work timely, right on time. And I must say, boys, you need to pull your socks. Right?
That's a open
I
challenge.
must say, right? Boys are everywhere.
Better productive as well. Men are more productive.
You girls are more productive. Right? In IT world also, whatever we are seeing, yeah, girl and this new generation, but boys, you need to really work hard now. Otherwise, they will replace you.
So you have the biggest advantage because I see more girls here. So make friends with them quickly so that you can learn these things from them.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, of course. Yes, sir.
Okay, in my opinion, the important thing about the seriousness about the study and the work. A lot of things we are doing. आपण काय करतो हे पण करतो ते पण करतो तबला पण वाजवायचा पेटी पण वाजवायची गाणं पण म्हणायचं सगळंच करायचं इट्स नॉट हॅपन since I am visiting number of institutions in my career, I visited IITs and NITs. The students from IITs and NITs are more serious about their study. That's why they are more successful. What we are doing, first year just say enjoyment, then second year we start studying. Isn't it? It should not happen. We should serious about our study and our work. So what important thing that is the discipline and consistency. टॅलेंट तुमच्याकडे नसेल ती चालेल ते हारतं चॅलेंज हारतं डिसिप्लिन आणि कन्सिस्टन्सी असलं तर आणि टॅलेंट डिसिप्लिन कन्सिस्टन्सी असेल तर सोनी तर सुरुवात आहे काय काय नाही म्हणजे मग तो मुलं क्रॅकच करतो तो काय नाही आहे ती सगळं क्रॅक करतो सगळीकडे जातं पण इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग आपल्याला कमीत कमी डिसिप्लिन आणि कन्सिस्टन्सी असली पाहिजे तर दिस इज द वॉट आय फील seriousness about your study, your work also very, very important. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, sir. Last but not the least, Shushat.
I think rather than me talking, I would like to ask a question here before we shut. Okay. So I'll ask this question to everybody. Okay. How many of you have smartphones? All of you? Perfect. Very good. How many of you have Instagram accounts? All of you? Facebook? Everybody watches YouTube? Perfect. Now raise your hand who has a LinkedIn account with 1,000 plus connections. Look at that. Only 2. Okay. So what does this show? If there are 100 people sitting here, 2% out of 100 are ready to venture into the corporate world. Okay. So this is a dipstick that we just did right now. Okay. So whatever we have spoken so far will be achieved if we start with the basics right. Okay. Because Instagram may not get you the results that you want. It's good for entertainment. But the professional connections to the LinkedIn might help you grow your career, will help you succeed in the future. So I think that's also my point.
So can we have a big round of applause for the panel? Thank you so much. There was so much to learn from all of you. So just my takeaways, I'm going to leave one that I picked from each one of you, but they spoke a lot. And I didn't see anyone writing, but I hope you have registered in your minds and you know what you need to do. So I think I will go with the networking tip from Chetanji. That's my personal favorite again because somebody told me after 12 years of my career and I regretted big time that why you didn't meet me earlier. Because my mentor is still my mentor. but it came in the 12th year of my career. So networking, definitely I will pick it up from there. Ashish ji, keep on learning. Even today, Ashish ji is learning. Keep on learning. Mukta, attention to detail and perseverance, and we both, because both are my favorites. I mean, and we have worked together, so I can completely resonate with her. I mean, sometimes it's really crucial and it turns tables if you are not careful. Let me tell you, you might lose your jobs if you are not careful. So perseverance is what I pick there. That should definitely start now. Now is the time. Don't miss time. From sir, I will pick up seriousness, sir. Definitely seriousness in terms of whatever you are doing. Throw your heart into it. Do 100%. Give your best. And Kalandri, in terms of having targets, very important. You should have targets. You should know what you're buying if you've gotten into this course. Why is it that you want to do this course? You should have targets in life. And one personal thing that I will add from my side is the bottom of all this is be extremely passionate in whatever you do. Extremely passionate. Even if today now you saw some girls were serving us tea, coffee, they were taking care of us so well. Thank you so much, girls, by the way. Again, girls. Thank you so much, girls.
No, boys are also.
Boys also. Yeah,
You should have a debate next time.
so I think that was an opportunity, by the way. So that was an opportunity to connect with us because they were with us there also. You will get these opportunities in the future. So please be passionate in everything we do. The first job that I did, I used to do a lot of photocopying, Xerox करतात ना 3 महिने करायचे मी 3-4 महिने तेवढंच काम केलं मी. But I used to do it with so much passion की त्याच्यानंतर nobody taught me how to even correct the error that appears in the Xerox machine. I can do it myself. So whatever you do, there will be things that not always you will like or love, but be passionate in whatever you do. And like I said, फुलं वेचत राहा सगळी ज्ञानाची तुम्हाला भरपूर मिळतील. Thanks to ma'am that you have started this. Their batch have just started, right? So it started with a bang. This will happen often now. So take the best that you get. जेवढंच घेता येईल absorb तेवढं करा आणि incorporate करा. Inculcate करा. Thank you so much, panel. It was wonderful hosting the panel here. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks, everyone.
And with your permission, our students are curious and they have, if we can take just one or two questions
Yes.
for all of them.
Yes.
So, students, if you have any questions, I'm sure you have. We can go ahead with at least 1 or 2 questions. So you can just raise your hand and we can get the mic to you.
Good afternoon, sir, ma'am. It's really good to have you all here. And we really feel fortunate to have this session. And thank you so much for sharing your insights on our growing success plan. I have a question to Chetan, sir. So, as you told us about the global exposure, so I wanted to know that how can we shape our personality, our CV, and our portfolio in order to have more global exposure?
Very good question. What's your name?
Clear,
Priya.
clear.
Riya. Yeah. So this is very important question, right? What Riya is asking. So now, I guess you all are from management background, fraternity. So start building your portfolio from day one. If you remember what I said earlier, right? You need to be market ready from day one, right? Don't think you are here for just for sake of learning, right? And getting theoretical knowledge, bookish knowledge. Start building your portfolio from day one. Do internship every semester, right? Take up any work, as someone said that. Don't hesitate. Ki boss ye meri field ka nahi hai. I don't want to go for this kind of skill set. Learn there, right? Learn from other perspective, right? Understand the business, right? Understand the processes. Learn the soft skill, right? You build your portfolio every semester. That is number one. Second, you learn soft skills as well. As Ashish said that you need to learn foreign languages, right? There are a lot of opportunities in Japan, South Korea, Europe, everywhere, right? Why? Because their population is growing. They don't have youngsters to work there. So you need to understand why there is a need, right? There is a demand supply gap in terms of skill set globally, right? Not in India, but globally. So we'll have to start understanding what is the requirement. If I want to go to Japan, then you need to learn Japanese, right, from day one. Don't wait to complete your graduation and then start learning. Don't do that. That is a mistake a lot of students are doing, right? That's one of the aspects. And other important aspect, as I said, do networking, right? Start meeting the people. Don't hesitate to meet people outside your fraternity, outside your community, right? Uh, send friend requests to other person or other students residing in countries like America, Europe, UK, anywhere, right? And you start understanding their culture as well, right? Because diversity and empathy is the one of the couple of the factors which are going to take you to the longer way in the AI world, right? People are saying, no, we need to have a human touch, right? That is very important. If AI is going to take over all the mundane work, right, mundane tasks, so we need to have this kind of soft skills also with us. So these things you need to start putting in your portfolio, right, and improve your storytelling as well. As I mentioned, right, so that is very important. How you are putting the facts in your portfolio, right? It should come as a story. Obviously, you are selling yourself, right? You are selling your skills. Whoever is nowadays, we are also doing right as an entrepreneur. Though I work in a corporate like MNC, DXC Technologies, but now I understand I need to sell myself, right? What I'm saying, right? It is not that easy. That is very difficult job. So you need to understand by attending the interviews as well. You need to showcase your skills to Samne wala, right? He doesn't have any insight about it. He is meeting you 5 minutes back, right? So you'll have to send, you'll have to showcase him what you did in your portfolio. And while building your portfolio, important facts are nowadays, sir can highlight that, right? So you need to start publishing papers as well, right? कि जर्नल्स में आप पेपर पब्लिश करो, right? उसके लिए क्या करो, थोड़ा ब्लॉग्स भी लिखना शुरू करो. ब्लॉग्स ऐसा ही नहीं कि कुछ भी लिखना है, right? Relevant blogs, right? You can write 10-15 lines as well, right? That is the easiest thing you can publish, right? ऐसा नहीं कि ब्लॉग सिर्फ लिंक्डइन पे ही पोस्ट करना है, right? You can post it on Instagram, you can post it or you can circulate to your group, WhatsApp group as well. So start honing those skills from day one. So as I said earlier, this is your playground. क्रिकेट टीम में रणजी क्यों भेजते लोग खेलने के लिए? विराट कोहली को भी अभी रणजी खेलना पड़ रहा है, रोहित शर्मा को भी भेजा हुआ है, राइट? व्हाई? बिकॉज दे वांट देम टू reskill themselves, right, on their skills on the ground. Right? So understand this is your playground and utilize these 2 years maximum. Don't wait for कि मैं मेरा रिजल्ट आएगा तभी मैं शुरू करूंगा या करूंगी, ऐसा मत करो. Those days are gone and nobody will wait for you. And time is very good. Mark my word. Supply chain is moving to India. Time is very good. There are a lot of openings are there. You will have to grab it. And for global exposure as well, a lot of MNCs are coming in. There are a lot of companies, right, who are recruiting young minds, right, and important who are having an entrepreneurial mindset. That's very important fact you need to understand.
I think recently you have visited the Malaysian University, no? Yes. He visited one of the Malaysian university event in the span. One of the tour we have organized in Malaysia, Malaysia. He was part of that.
Student exchange program.
Student study. International.
Oh, fantastic. I was already on the drive.
I was just coming for that.
Ask the question.
Yeah.
Portfolio.
So, building up on what Chetan said, amongst all of you, if I come here and I'm sitting for an interview and all of you are submitting your resumes to me as a recruiter, I would look at what is it that you bring different to the table. How are you different from all of these people sitting here? So to bring out that difference, more than your educational qualifications, like you said, you have to market yourself. Think of yourself as a product, and you are there, and we are the customer, the buyers, and we have to buy a product. The maximum features that the product has, which are going to be useful for the industry, is what is going to be sellable in the market. So right now, you are already on the track because student exchange programs, because you're talking about global opportunities, there are a lot of student exchange programs happening get in touch with bodies like the Indo-German Chamber of Commerce or the Max Muller Bhavan or even the NIBM. I'm sure they also organize such student exchange programs. Get in touch with them and see to it if you can enroll yourself. The other is sustainability is big. And what are you doing for the society is also important. How are you contributing as a student? What are you giving back? Industry also keeps track of that. So if you have any volunteer programs that you can participate in, that also would be useful. So how do you differentiate yourself is what you should focus upon.
Ma'am, you would have some such programs, right? The
Yes.
community programs.
Yeah, we have NSS as a part of my university, and then we have our institute also we have.
So that also adds to your portfolio, Priya. So that also is an important aspect today, which is seen early on. That are you really having that mindset of the larger picture? Are you contributing to the larger picture?
Madam, recently we have sent a 20 students to the Malaysia.
Oh,
Some of the students from management, some students from engineering.
okay.
They have visited the two international University of Malaysia and one science and management university. Also, they have visited one of the industries.
Oh,
So to get the good exposure, logistics, airport, management. So that's why we
So
are.
you don't have to wait to go to Malaysia. You
Yeah.
can visit industries here. You can reach out to any one
Yeah.
of us, right?
Yeah.
Nobody will say no to you, right? Obviously, you are welcome to work with us as well, right? I'm looking for good income, right?
Yeah.
So, and that is how you build your portfolio.
Yeah,
Work with the industry people.
yeah.
Yeah, just to add on whatever we discussed on this question, basically. See, the point is that the world is now expanding, rather coming closer, and we have a lot of platform opportunities to grab in. Okay. But we need to be very clear in our mind that what I am going to do, what I want to do. If it's a society, मैं तबला बजाऊंगा, मैं पेटी बजाऊंगा, मैं ये डांस भी करूंगा, मैं ये भी करूंगा, मैं वो भी करूंगा, then you will be, there's a saying in English now. So that should not happen. We have to be very clear on our own strengths. Many strengths can. What I want to do. And in that direction, then you need to build up your portfolio. That is what basically we have to understand first our SWOT analysis, what we generally call in management terms. That may be a term which probably you have to learn going forward. But then in that, what are your strengths? And how you can build up that? What are your weaknesses and how you can convert that weaknesses into your strengths? So that once you understand and once you are clear on your objective, then you can derive a path to reach to that objective. So that's the reason. The point what I want to make here is that you should be very, very clear on what you want to achieve in your life, what you want to do, and then accordingly you can start building up your portfolio. That is what I think.
Thank you. Thank you, Priya.
We'll have one more question. So if you would like to. Yeah.
Good balance को बनाते रखना
Actually, I have a question for Mukta ma'am. As a HR, how you could differentiate between a candidate who is qualified on paper and one who is truly valuable?
Very good question. When we get any kind of resumes or applications, the first thing that we notice about the candidate is the application. So there is no way of knowing the person better. So how do you differentiate is, first of all, whatever you have written in the resume has to be correct. I see a lot of grammatical errors, a lot of mistakes, but that is what also shows about how you are as a person. How much details have you put into that CV? How much passion you have put into that CV to showcase yourself to the world? So pay a lot of attention to that. Once that resume is done, you can of course take help with different tools like ChatGPT or Gemini or any other tools available. A lot of them are available now in the market. After that, if I find that, okay, the resume is good, I want to know this person better, I'll call that person for an interview. So the first step is clear. Your resume is something that you're sold there. And then you enter for an interview. There, I would look at the attitude that we all spoke about some time back. So even if you don't know something, that is fine. But are you willing to learn? Do you have an open mind? Are you curious? Do you own your mistakes? Do you take accountability for your failures? Do you even know what your strengths and weaknesses are? Are you willing to work upon those weaknesses, turn them into success? Is what we will pay attention to. And even if you are not superb in communication, that is fine. But if you can put your thoughts across the table, even in a language you are comfortable with, we will take you. So I have come across different people who may not be fluent in English, but that is fine. मराठीत सुद्धा त्याला जर सुंदरपणे स्वतःचे विचार मांडता आले किंवा हिंदीत आहे तरी तो माणूस पुढे जिंकेल.
Just to add one point in here, resume, because we come across a lot of resume when we are publishing some vacancies. And then these resumes, there are many times we see copy paste kind of a thing, or many big things are written in that resume. And when we start talking to the candidate, then he is not even clear what he has written in his resume. So that I will suggest not to do this. Whatever you have done, whatever you understood, whatever your skills, whatever your learnings, you please mention that only. Don't try and make a resume as 3 pages, 4 pages, because somebody is having that kind of a resume. You are just taking some points from that and putting in your resume. So don't do that. Let us be realistic. Let us be practical, so that it will be easy for you to justify what you are mentioning in your resume. Otherwise, you are going to get exposed in a very first 5 minutes of your discussion. So don't do that. That's not one small advice.
Yeah, I think what Sir pointed out, Kishatla Hath Card, it's just a trait that he observed, but many such things we observe. Huh? We may not tell everything to you now because there is a different full day session we can take on body language and observations. So maybe Meghna ma'am, that's a suggestion to you when you're planning for the preparation for interviews. Maybe you can focus on this, especially body language, because I have also invariably seen, and Harshad would agree, that this is something which, you know, and there are various reasons, but I think then you can early on kind of equip them with the necessary know-how. So don't worry, there will be things that will work out, but everything is observed. The moment you come for an interview, everything is observed, right from the CV time. You want to add anything, question? Or actually?
I just want to add one thing. See, just your resume should be from copy. Don't put any buzzwords, because you put buzzwords, will be able to get into things. I feel it's a more able to understand whether a person has really done that work. So be facts. Okay, this is what I have done, but I'm ready to learn. Yes, I think that is first important thing you should do. Other things have to be written. So please see that your resumes are the true facts. Don't do copy paste. Don't use that tools to have all the buzzwords in it, because that is most of the time I see in the resumes. So that's not a good practice.
See, in the past 1 hour, if you notice, we are repeating things. So if you have noticed, it's not rocket science, right? If you have very carefully listened to all our conversations, there are 5, 6 things that you need to do, and they are getting repeated time and again. Please ensure that you are incorporating. Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. Your insights will definitely help our students to grow professionally. Now, as we come towards the end of today's session, I would like to call upon Dr. Ashwini Jagtap, MCA HOD, to give away vote of thanks. Post which we will have a group photograph with all of you.
Dignitaries on the dais, our esteemed guests, my faculty members, my dear students, good afternoon, everyone. After this wonderful discussion, full of thought, we have get a lot of information today. After this, I have this difficult job of propose vote of thanks. So first and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our visionary leader, Honorable President Dr. Shushat Patil sir, for his constant encouragement, unmatched guidance, and unwavering support that makes every initiative at DYPEF possible. Thank you, sir, for inspiring us to strive towards excellence. A special thanks to Advocate Anuja Patil for her continuous motivation, thoughtful leadership, and for always nurturing an environment that promotes growth, innovation, and holistic development of students as well as the faculties. I now extend heartfelt thanks to all our esteemed panel members and speakers, Dr. Kalyan Pawar sir, Ms. Prachi Sonchal ma'am, Mr. Harshad Dighe sir, Ms. Mukta Kuprikar ma'am, Mr. Ashish Shah sir, our very own Dr. Shirbadulkar sir, Mr. Chetan Vaz sir, and we also extend our gratitude to the NIBM Executive Committee members, Mr. Barasaheb Sonawale sir, Mr. Advocate Prashant Shivsagar sir, Dr. Ila Pathak Jha ma'am, Dr. Satish Pawar sir, and Mr. Pawan Sharma sir. Thank you all for gracing today's program with your presence, wisdom, and valuable insights. Your words truly have enriched our students and inspired them to focus on skill building, discipline, professionalism, and most important, adaptability in their careers. Our sincere appreciation to our director, Dr. Meghna ma'am, whose dynamic leadership and dedicated efforts have been instrumental in organizing today's event. We also express a deep sense of gratitude to Mr. Lalit Pawar sir, whose coordination and corporate relation expertise ensured the success of today's program. Thank you, sir, for your tireless efforts. I would also like to express my gratitude to the entire DYPIMD team, faculty members, student volunteers, and everyone who worked sincerely behind the scenes to ensure smooth execution of today's event. Last but not the least, our audience. So my heartfelt thanks to our enthusiastic students whose active participation made this program vibrant and meaningful. I reiterate my gratitude to each one present here, and I request all the students, first the student volunteers, to remove the tables, and lately all the students for the group photograph. Okay, I request all the faculty members first, and then we will take a photograph with students. All the faculties. Yeah,